Hey guys. Wow. Oh wow. I am on my way to work. It's so weird to say that because it's 7 p.m. I'm going to work at 7 p.m. I'm so silly. I am so silly. Like, I don't have any other word that describes me better than silly. Because what am I doing? I'm literally doing this because I didn't have anything else planned in these 4 hours in my evening. I could have, done anything, to be honest. Like, do some courses to become a programmer. I could learn myself. I could teach myself how to edit my videos. Instead, I'm going back to the post office. It's like going back to your toxic ex. I was so happy that I was done there. So I don't know why I'm going back. I think it's just like they called me and she sounded very like, like they were really in need. And she has always been really nice to me. So I was like, yeah, I'm leaving in 2 weeks. Like, I feel good. I know I'll be out of the country in 2 weeks. Like, I'm gonna be in my favorite place, so why not, like, help out a tiny bit more? Yeah, so that's basically it. I'm driving towards my job right now. Yeah, I'm on time finally. First time that I'm on time. No, it's not the first time. Probably like the 4th time that I'm on time at this job, because I just can't give less fucks because I'm getting paid bare minimum. I'm not doing it for the money, right? I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because I just wanted to help out, and I wanted to feel like I was part of the community and society and that I was helping out. So yeah, I'm doing it for me. And then if I arrive 5 minutes later, it's fine, because they always ask me to stay later too without getting paid extra. So I feel like that's totally justifiable. Is that even a word? Yeah, so that's it basically. Tomorrow, so I'm gonna be done around midnight, like 15 minutes before midnight. My shift, like, in total is around 4 hours and 15 minutes. So I should be fine. Like, honestly, I'm just gonna put on a podcast. I'm just gonna work. Yeah. And just do my thing. I'm gonna enjoy it a little because I haven't gotten my steps in the past few days, as I said. So I'm gonna do that now. Also, I've been talking to more and more people from the past, which is kind of awesome because, I do appreciate old connections where it's like really strong. Just like, I had a best friend in primary school since I was like, I don't know, 9, I think, like 9 years old. We were like best friends in primary school, and then I lost contact with her actually during like high school, during like the school after that. We literally lost full contact because we were doing 2 different things. I lived 100 kilometers away from her. And then back in the days, the social media stuff thing wasn't that big yet. So it would be harder to like, search for each other, or like, I don't even think I had a phone number when I moved. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. We were doing our own stuff, and we reconnected after after a few years. And me being with her, hanging out with her, still felt the same. It felt like, you know, we still had this trustworthy bond and friendship and connection, and you know, I loved her just as much as the day I left, and I felt just as comfortable with her as I did when I was a kid. And you know, I think that says way more about your friendship than the amount of time, the time you have been friends for. Damn, I don't know what's up with my English. You know what's funny? Whenever I'm speaking to you, I sometimes forget what to say, right? And then whenever I look back and I watch my videos, I'm like, it's this word, it's that word. No, I said this wrong. I should have used another word. I'm so hard on myself, but I should be, because my English is not as bad as it seems. It's literally worse when I'm vlogging for y'all. And I don't know why. I think it's just the nerves or something. But yeah, I'm trying. I'm doing my best. But I'm just relaxed and watching myself. Obviously, when I'm more relaxed, I can remember more things, more words and sentences and sentence structures and everything. But yeah, this is my life right now. I'm going to work. I'm kind of excited. Kind of. Tomorrow morning, I have to go to the hospital because I need to get the thing removed, as I showed you guys. The little, I don't know what you guys call it. We call it le bunche, and it's the thing that's attached to your cheek on the inside and the gums. And we all have one here, right? Like right here at the top. But I also have one here because when I was younger, they pulled a molar and it just grew that way. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, because a lot of people, the dentist told me that a lot of people just have them at like random places. But mine, like whenever the dentist pulls my cheek and stuff like that, it hurts because of that thing. And sometimes there's like food behind it, and it's hard for me to get to it because that thing is so tight. So I just want it removed, and I think it's for the better anyway. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow morning around 11 o'clock. And I did the things that I had to do today. I put my car online. I'm selling this car. I got like some reactions, but yeah, I think I already told you guys. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, and then the upcoming week, basically I have things planned with some people. I'm gonna hang out with them. I am seeing my sister also on Friday. We're going to try tennis, and I'm really excited. I also miss her a lot for some reason. Since I have been back, I still miss her because I don't get to see her as often as I thought I was going to, or I wish. But I'm blessed that I do get to see her anyway. And then Sunday, I'm seeing my best friend. Yeah, I miss her too, you know? I just realized that everyone has a life. Everyone, you know, everyone builds something, and they're in a certain stage in their lives, and I feel like I'm not there because I don't want to commit to a full-time job. I don't want to yada yada, you know? And there are like, the majority of them already have kids, like bought houses, some of them, and it's just, it doesn't necessarily feel like I'm left behind, because I know that's not how you should see things or view yourself. Because I also have friends my age that really, you know, can't think about having a kid yet, or is not even in a relationship, or, you know, and it's fine. Like, power to them. Like, do whatever you want to do at this very moment, and no one and nothing should rush you into anything. And I feel like that is what happening nowadays, because everyone else is going through like a certain stage doesn't mean that you have to go through that certain stage. Plus, respectfully, everyone that has kids, okay, that I talk to, that I actively talk to, they're like, Elizabeth, don't do it. Go enjoy your life. I wish I traveled. I wish I had time to travel. I wish I had time to do this and got my kids later on. I'm gonna listen to y'all, you know? As much as I want kids, I wanted kids since I don't even remember. Since I was like 14 or something, probably. I was like, I'm gonna be a teen mom. I thought it was very nice to be a teen mom. No, but after that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a mom after I'm 18, and then I'm like, I want to have kids before I'm 21, and then I'm like, I want to have kids before I'm 25, and now I'm 27, and I still don't have kids, you know? And to be very honest, I'm at this point where if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Then it's whatever. You know, I'll adopt a kid. It's fine. Like, there are so many kids out there without parents. I have so much love to give. And that's that. It shouldn't be something that pressures me into, you know, going through something or rush a relationship or put myself out there doing things I don't want to do yet, just because I want to have that one thing. Like, that's toxic. That's really toxic. I don't want to be like that for myself. I don't want to be like that for my future self. I don't want to be like that for my future kids. So yeah, alles op zijn tijd. Everything is going to work out regardless. Everything's going to, you know, every piece is going to fall into its place. And I just have to trust the process. Yeah, so that's that. I'm pretty happy with where I am in my life right now. I get to enjoy enormously. I don't even know if that's a word, an English word. I get to enjoy a lot, okay? By traveling, seeing the world. I get to enjoy being on Hawaii. I have a really good friend over there. Bless her soul. And I'm happy, you know? Like, I just can't imagine doing anything else right now. You know what's also messed up? That someone is just here in the middle of the road instead of going to its own lane. Anyway. Yeah. No more negative shit, Elizabeth. I'm almost there. It's so funny because this angle shows my double chin so well. But you know what? I can't care less. Every time I feel like I should care about something irrelevant, I tell myself, we're all gonna be dead and gone in 100 years. Doesn't really matter. My nail broke. That does matter. That is horrible. Damn. Okay. I'll fix it. Yeah, so it shouldn't matter. You should do whatever you want to do. You should do whatever makes you happy. That's what you should do. You know? And what anyone else thinks, whatever. It doesn't matter. For the British people, it doesn't matter. You know? Because it's not their life, it's yours. And it's only yours. And you're the only person that has to live your life. It sounds so like it's so obvious, and it is, you know? It is obvious. It's just we care too much sometimes about the wrong things. We care about what people think, and we care about what they're gonna say, and we care about what their opinion is, and we care about all the people that don't care about us. You know, and that's the problem. That is the problem. You should not care at all about people that don't care about you. Period. And with that, I'm ending this drive with me to my work part vlog. All right. Peace out, guys. Love you. Okay, one more thing. I saw my favorite car, my favorite normal affordable car driving out here, and I want to show you guys. This is one of the most beautiful cars I know. I'm not lying. All right. Peace out. Headed into my break right now. It's huge out here. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm alright. I don't feel like I've been working for a long time, because we started like an hour later than we should have, because the machine wasn't working. But yeah, it's still not really a long day because it's 4 hours instead of 6. And I'm feeling lonely without Ellen here, but it is what it is. I have my little snack with me. I thought I wasn't going to bring anything because I ate dinner before I came, and I ate a lot, but I am hungry. I reached my goal of 7.5K steps today. I didn't do that yesterday. I didn't do that the day before. So it's good having that again. And I got my... It's really a shame that this is happening, but obviously I'm using it a lot, so it's like peeling, you know? And it gave me new gloves as well. My other ones were like so used. It's crazy. But these are pretty comfortable. But yeah, I do feel my lower back a tiny bit. But it's just because I haven't been working out like that recently. Yeah. But I'm fine. Everything's good. I thought so many thoughts when I was working. You know? I feel like I am a sensitive person. Whenever people raise their voice at me or like yell at me, I immediately go into, don't yell at me. Because I'm just a girl. Don't yell at me. But yeah. Let's see if I like this one. Okay. Not a fan of the texture. This one is really different. But the taste is not bad. I like peach. It's really not bad. I don't know what I would pick between peach and mango, but yeah, I like it. Texture, not so much. Am I happy I did this? I don't know. I don't know if I am. But the time is flying by though. It's like, it's already 9:20. And I work until like 11:45. So that's like 2 more hours. What? 9:20, 10:20, 11:20. Let's say an hour and a half. No. 2 hours and 15 minutes to be exact. What am I saying? An hour and a half. 2 hours and 15 minutes left. Yeah. I thought about me doing this as a good deed. If this was my life, if this was my full-time job, and I had no choice but doing it, you know, I was thinking, I think I would rather kill myself than do that. I think because also physically I'm not capable of working a full-time job this physical. So at least I know, you know? Yeah. I'm really more aware about the people that do have to do this. It humbles me. It does. And it's not even like I'm spoiled or anything. Like, I didn't get anything from my parents. I worked so hard for my money. And I invested in the right things, stuff like that. I worked really hard. I remember like studying and then going into night shifts and then studying and then going to night shifts. And I did that for years. And now I'm, at a place where I'm basically like financially free for a while. But I just needed to humble myself a bit, I can't just live a queen life all the time, because that doesn't build character. That doesn't make you a better person. I am trying to be a better person every single day, okay? I'm excited to head back out there to Hawaii. I'm really excited. 2 more weeks, guys. 2 more weeks. Note to myself, I should be less agitated and I should take things less personal. Okay? For once in my life, I managed to keep my mouth shut even though I was annoyed as hell. But yeah, it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. Learning how to manage my emotions and to control myself and, just let things go. It's good for me. It's so cold outside, guys. But that's also good for me. Now, I'm going to tell you why I said the things I said. So I just finished my shift. It's nearly midnight. Going home right now. And, I just realized that sometimes I have this thing and it's called rechtvaardigheidsgevoel. And it's when people treat you different or in a certain way that pisses me off, I guess. But like thinking back on it, I shouldn't have been that pent up like on the inside. I didn't say anything. I didn't say like, don't do that. Like, I just let things slide. I let things go. I think it's a good thing that I did that. It really was really hard. I'm not gonna lie. It took me a lot of energy to do that. But I think in the long run, it's better. And I'm also like kind of fine with being the, quiet girl until I start talking. And then people are gonna be like, whoa, didn't know you were like that. But yeah. So the first thing that happened is I was working, right? And so they put me on a belt thing. Let me put you guys here so I can keep talking while I drive. Yeah, so they like put you on a number thing so you can work there. And usually I do input and then someone else does output. I knew that the chance was really high that I was gonna have to do the output today and all the other days that are coming, because obviously it's not like Christmas time anymore and there are less people doing the output and a lot more people that knows the input process, right? So I knew that the chance was really high that they would put me on the output, which I thought, is fine. I wasn't really that bothered by it. And on the input, so the input and the output like kind of work together. And on the input, there was this man, and it's just a man. I don't know what age. I think like 50, 60 maybe. He's like Turkish, and he couldn't really speak Dutch to the point where I understood what he was saying sometimes. So he would say things sometimes and I would not know what he would be saying. Like I didn't know what he meant, like anything like that. So I would always, be patient. I would ask like, oh, do you mean this and this, or do you want me to do this and this? And at some point, because the machines are loud and you don't hear each other clearly, so what I usually do is like I walk up to somebody, right? When I want to say something to them, I walk up to them, or I grab their attention and say, hey, can you come my way, or like anything. He just started yelling at me, and I wasn't sure if he was yelling because he was loud or he was yelling because he was annoyed, and he already had like his demeanor is already really agitated, like really active, like really, some people are really like that, and I already got those vibes from him. So I was like, okay, maybe it's just some like how he is, whatever. I should be fine with that because that's him and it shouldn't be my problem, right? But like he yelled at me, and I don't know, I started to feel a certain way and I couldn't put my finger on it, like what it was. So I wanted to walk up to him and tell him like, hey, don't yell at me. Like, could you not yell at me? Like, could you just, come up to me and just talk to me in a proper way? But it seemed like something that should be so normal. It seemed so weird that I had to say something that was so normal. For example, like, don't spit your food at me, like, it's something so normal. Like, you don't just yell at somebody for like no reason. So I wanted to say that. Instead, I let it go. I was like, okay, maybe it's just him, not me. And I did notice that because I didn't talk about it, right? I didn't tell him how I felt. I didn't tell him like, hey, don't yell at me. I was like pent up the whole time. Like I felt something in my chest the whole time, you know, and it was heavy, and it was just getting heavier, like when the time went by, as the time passes, and then at some point, what happened? Oh yeah, he's like, oh yeah. So we had one break, and I saw that at all the other machines, right? They switched roles. So the person that was working on the outcome would be standing on the in, like put it like the in. I don't even know how to say it. The putting it in part. And they switched roles, and every single machine did that, and he didn't do it. And he didn't even ask me, like, do you want to switch? Because I did want to switch. Like, my lower back was starting to hurt, and I was like, oh my god, like, goddamn, I don't know how I'm gonna, you know, survive this. And I was starting to regret that I said yes, because I just wanted to help out, and I just wanted to be a good person, and all because of, like, all those things. And I just felt like a bit, you know, I don't know, like left out, or like not appreciated, or not respected. I don't know. I don't really know. And then after, so this is something that happens a lot there. They're like, oh, you need to stop what you're doing right now. You need to go there and do that right now. Like, help him right now. And like, you know, when you're in your own flow and doing your own stuff, it's like pretty annoying, because your machine is filling up while you're helping other machines, and then eventually you have to go back to your own machine, and it's all filled up, like it's like full, and you have to walk like a dog, you know, like you basically have to run to be able to get everything out on time. And he did that, and I was like a bit annoyed with that, but obviously I was like, oh, it's part of the job, so whatever, right? But then at the same time, my lower back was hurting also. And then he was like, okay, so you have those boxes, and when you put a box in, you need to put a cart in there. So when the box is full, you know on what cart the box needs to go, right? So it's a little like paper cart, like just like a paper tag. And sometimes I put it in immediately, and sometimes I just put it in when it's full, because I never take a box off of the thing when there's no tag on it, because I have to look on the tag to see where it goes, right? So it's really logical for me. Like I do it. I have my own little system, and I think everyone has their own little system in that. And he's like, no, you need to put in the tags right after you put in the box, because otherwise you're gonna forget. And I told him I'm not gonna forget, because I need the tag to be on there before I put the box away. Like, I can't put the box anywhere if I don't have the tag on there, because then I don't know where it goes. And he just ignored me, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And then someone else came, and he started blaming me for putting the boxes towards the wrong way. I knew for a fact that wasn't me, because I came there and the cards were already filled with some boxes, and some were even full, okay? I know what post I did not sort. So like, I saw the color and I was like, no, I didn't touch that. I'm 100% sure. And I always check, you know, I always check when I do it, and I always check after. I was so sure that wasn't mine. Look, I'm not saying I don't make any mistakes. I'm not saying it never happens to me, because it does. It does, but this time it wasn't me. You know, like, I knew for a fact, because I came in and the boxes were already there, and I never sorted like orange letters, you know, so like I can remember that. So I was like, well, it wasn't me. And then he was like, well, I'm just telling you, even though if it's not you, I'm just telling you. And I'm like, well, you don't have to tell me, because it wasn't me, and I know, so you don't have to tell me. So I don't know why you would tell me. Like, I know, like, I don't do that, and I wouldn't do that. So like, why, you know? I didn't say it like that. I just said, oh, okay, yeah. Well, I know, so, don't worry. And I tried to just be nice. I don't know, some people can do that when they're agitated, or they're not even agitated. Some people can just take stuff like that and think, I know I didn't do it, so it's fine. I can't, like, when someone blames me for no reason, it just pisses me off for that reason. And so I was already pent up, right? Like, I was working my ass off. My lower back is hurting. I'm, doing my best. I'm sure I didn't put the boxes like that. I'm sure I didn't forget the tags. Like, I'm doing everything I can. And they're still complaining, Plus, he didn't even ask me if I wanted to switch after the break. Which it did really upset me more than I thought it would. But yeah, so that's that. And then, again, he comes to me and he goes, yeah, you help with the other machine. You need to do this and this and this. And I'm like, okay, sure. So I just start doing that. And then my machine was like getting fuller and fuller, obviously, because I wasn't at my machine, because I was working at another machine. And then I just thought about how of a slavery job this is. I just thought about people that do this full time for the same minimum wage. I'm doing it out of goodwill, right? They're doing it for a living, okay? And I just thought about, I want to quit so bad and blah, blah, blah. And like, I sounded a bit spoiled in my head. I thought about it and I was like, yeah, I sound like a spoiled bitch right now. Because I think, right, if I have a normal, like a grown-up job, like a full-time grown-up job, and shit like that would happen and happen and happen, and I would be so pent up and pissed off from work that I would be mentally like not in a good place, coming back from work and stuff. I would quit. Like obviously I would quit. Like, it's not, if you guys want to have a bad working space, you guys have that working space, but I don't want to be in it. And I think I'm just a bit spoiled with that, because I don't know if it's spoiled or if it's being really big on my boundaries, but I do believe that this is my life, and I only have one life, and I only have one moment of now, right? I'm never gonna get back now ever again. So why would I, if I know a space or the people there or whatever pisses me off at some place, why would I go back and re-experience that? Like, tell me. I would never do that. Not for money. I would rather not get money. Like, seriously. And then I feel like, oh, maybe I'm spoiled. But I don't think I am spoiled. I think I have really hard boundaries, and I just don't want to cut anyone's slack. Which is not a good thing, because I should learn that. I feel like I should soften up a bit and be like, okay, he is who he is. As long as he's like not physically hurting me, as long as he's not, cussing me out or calling me names or like shouting at me all the time, I think it should be fine, right? If he's like, oh yeah, you need to put the tags in first, I want to be the person so bad that says, okay, and then in my head go, I can't, like, I need to go out loud. And I wish I wasn't like that. Like, for real, I wish I could just not be pent up if someone pisses me off. And so what happened is, he told me to go work on the other machine. My machine was running full. I get back to my machine, and then he goes, yeah, well, the other side is full. And I'm like, well, in my head, I told him. So usually I would tell someone shit like this, like, out loud. Today I didn't. But in my head I was like, duh, it's fucking full. Like, you're sending me to everywhere. I only have 2 hands, 2 legs. Like, I don't have the capacity of 4 people, you know? Like, I understand you guys need people, and I understand you guys are lacking people, but I'm not working for 4 people because I'm getting paid for half a person, you know? And I also don't want to be like that, because I choose to work there for that in return, right? Which is basically nothing. But I didn't do it for the money. I did it so I can feel good about myself, so I can get my steps in, which I did. I got my steps in, you know, so I can feel like I'm part of society. So I'm doing it for that. So it shouldn't be the reason to be working less hard because of the money, because then I shouldn't have taken it, right? And I am not working less hard. Like, I'm literally working as hard as I can, and I'm doing everything in my power to make sure that, you know, he doesn't have extra things to do because I don't do my job. I'm literally trying my hardest, my best to be a good employee, and people are just like talking shit all the time, and it just frustrates me. I just need to learn how to deal with that frustration, which is fair, right? Well, I'm happy I'm aware of it. I'm happy I managed to shut my mouth and not say anything and just let things be. On the outside, on the inside, I was pent up, guys. Like, I was literally, if I was gonna crack, I would come out with everything, like every single thing that I was pent up about. And I'm glad I didn't. And we left, and he's like, thanks for the samenwerking. Thanks for the cooperation. Like, thanks for working together. And I just gave him a smile. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Another day. So yeah. Like imagine, I do realize that literally, I was so much worse back then. I would not only say something, but I would immediately say something like really aggressively or really harsh, you know? So if someone would yell at me for whatever reason, I wouldn't think, why is he yelling? Maybe the machines are loud. Maybe he hears bad. Maybe he thought I couldn't hear him because of my earphones. Maybe, you know, I wouldn't sit there and think that. I would go, don't fucking yell at me. And then I would just start a fight. So I feel like I did, you know, grow from that, because I just sat there and I said, oh, do you mean this and this? Like, I just took it, and, you know, I did think a lot of stuff, but I didn't say it. And I think it's good. I think it's good. Progress. Personal progress. It's midnight. Is it? It's past midnight. What date is it even? I think it is the I'm just guessing at this point. I don't know what day it is. I just know that tomorrow morning I need to go to the jaw surgeon to get the thing removed in my mouth. I hope it's not gonna be a big of a hassle. I hope he just gives me a shot in my mouth and then cut it and then put stitches in, and then I can go back home. Yeah, so that's it. And yeah, that was real talk. That was really something that came from a deep place. So yeah, thanks for listening. I'm excited to get out of this country. It's so cold. And I'll talk to you guys another time. Thanks for watching. Bye.